50 Cent has reportedly uncovered a secret plan by Big Meech and Lil Meech to start their own movie production company, a move allegedly funded in part by Lil Meech stealing over $10 million from BMF and tied directly to Big Meech's desperate legal fight to reclaim his life rights. The story begins with what seemed like an endless feud between 50 Cent and the Flenory family gradually heating up behind the scenes. For months, whispers have been circulating in the entertainment industry. Whispers that Big Meech, the infamous founder of the Black Mafia Family, wasn't just fighting for his life rights out of pride or principle. According to insiders, there was a much bigger picture, one that involved not just protecting his own story, but using it as a cornerstone for a new empire, a movie production company that would rival some of the biggest independent studios in the game. And right there by his side, allegedly playing a key role in the plan, was his own son, Lil Meech. Please do not forget to like this video, share, and subscribe to this channel if you want more updates like this. Thank you. Now, let's get back into the video. For the longest time, the details were hazy. People assumed Big Meech's push to get his life rights back from 50 Cent was just about creative control over BMF. After all, 50 had turned Meech's real-life story into a successful television series, but in doing so, had taken a controlling interest in how that story was told and monetized. Big Meech, locked away for decades, seemed determined to reclaim what he believed was rightfully his. But what no one fully realized was that this fight for life rights wasn't just about getting his story back. It was about creating a brand new cinematic legacy on his own terms. That's where the investigation comes in. 50 Cent, known for being shrewd, calculating, and always 2 steps ahead, apparently started noticing certain inconsistencies and subtle moves being made in the background. There were meetings happening without his knowledge. People connected to Meech were reaching out to industry professionals who had no ties to BMF. Lawyers and agents who had previously worked with 50 were suddenly fielding inquiries from people they believed were representing Big Meech. At first, these movements might have been dismissed as just routine behind-the-scenes dealings. But 50 Cent isn't the type to dismiss anything, especially when it involves his money or his brand. He reportedly launched his own investigation, tapping into a network of contacts, informants, and industry insiders who could dig into the movements of both Big Meech and Lil Meech. What he discovered, according to these sources, shocked even him. The plan was bold and dangerously ambitious. Big Meech and Lil Meech were allegedly in the early stages of developing their own movie production company. The idea was to use the reclaimed life rights as the foundation for their first major project, a film adaptation of Big Meech's life, told from his perspective, without any creative control from 50 Cent or stars. But this wasn't going to be some small, low-budget project. This was going to be a blockbuster-scale production, with major talent, big-name directors, and even international distribution deals. And here's where the plot thickens. Financing such a project will require millions. That's where Lil Meech's alleged theft comes into play. According to the findings from 50's investigation, Lil Meech had managed to divert over $10 million from BMF's production funds, money that was supposed to go toward filming, marketing, and expanding the hit TV series, and instead funneled it into a hidden account tied to the new venture. To the outside world, Lil Meech had been a loyal star of BMF, a young actor carrying his father's story with authenticity and pride. But behind the scenes, it now appeared he was using that very position to gather resources, make contacts, and move funds without drawing attention. Sources close to the situation say that the alleged money trail was carefully hidden, broken into smaller transactions that could easily be overlooked in a major production budget. The discovery hit 50 Cent like a betrayal on multiple levels. Not only had he been working closely with Lil Meech, mentoring him and giving him a platform, but he had also believed he was keeping the BMF brand strong for both Meech's benefit. To learn that they were allegedly using his own resources to set up a competing company, one that would directly challenge his version of the BMF story, was the ultimate double-cross. Industry insiders are buzzing with speculation about what 50 Cent will do next. Historically, 50 has never been one to let a slight go unanswered. From his infamous feuds with Ja Rule, Rick Ross, and Floyd Mayweather, to his strategic takedowns of rivals in both music and television, he has a long track record of turning betrayal into high-profile revenge. Some believe he might take legal action immediately, using the paper trail from his investigation to file charges or lawsuits. Others think he might go the publicity route, exposing the Meeches publicly in a way that not only ruins their movie plans, but also damages their credibility in the entertainment world. But for now, 50 has been surprisingly quiet. That silence is fueling even more speculation. Some fans think he's simply waiting to gather more evidence before going public. Others believe he's cooking up something bigger, a strategic move that will not only shut down the Meeches' production dreams, but also tighten his grip on their story permanently. Meanwhile, the revelation has sparked heated debates among fans and industry watchers. Supporters of Big Meech argue that he has every right to tell his own story in his own way, without 50 Cent's filter or corporate constraints. They see the alleged new production company as a bold step toward creative independence. On the other hand, 50 supporters point out that business is business, and if the Meeches sign contracts giving 50 the rights, try and take them back in secret while stealing from BMF is both unethical and illegal. The drama is further amplified by the fact that BMF is still one of Starz' biggest shows. Any shakeup behind the scenes could impact future seasons, casting and the overall direction of the series. If the Meeches move forward with their own production, we could see competing versions of the same story hitting the market. A situation that could confuse audiences and split the fan base. And then there's the question of loyalty. For years, 50 Cent has positioned himself as someone who looks out for his people, especially when it comes to giving opportunities to those with a real story to tell. In his eyes, Lil Meech's alleged actions would be the ultimate betrayal, a student trying to outshine and outmaneuver his own mentor using the very tools that mentor gave him. As of now, there's no official word on what 50 Cent's next move will be. But if history is any indication, when the dust settles, it won't just be about getting back the $10 million. It will be about making sure the Meeches, and anyone else thinking of crossing him, understand exactly why 50 Cent has remained one of the most feared and respected figures in entertainment for over 2 decades. One thing is certain, this story is far from over. With egos, money, and legacy on the line, the brewing war between 50 Cent and the Meeches could become one of the most explosive showdowns the industry has seen in years. And when 50 finally decides to speak,